Hey there, comic book fans. I'm John Andersen, and I just watched Batman the Killing Joke, and it was pretty good. Now, if you're not familiar with the graphic novel by Alan Moore and Brian Bowman, basically it focuses on what makes the Joker so insane, how he parallels Batman even though these two characters have completely different ideologies, and we get the most concrete story of the Joker's origin, which is a story that even the Joker himself in multiple incarnations has said, I don't even know how I got this crazy. So how does this animated film compare to this beloved graphic novel? It has some good things and it's got some not so great things. First off, we have Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill, who is reprising his role as the Joker after 30 years, and it definitely shows. Because when we look at the flashback sequences and we see this failing comedian who will one day become the Joker, we notice that Mark Hamill kind of uses more of a normal voice when compared to his Joker voice, which is like loony and crazy and all over the place. And that's definitely a choice from a veteran who knows this character extremely well that I think only he would have made. The only gripe I had with Hamill's performance was during the climax there's kind of a musical number, and I don't know if it was his singing or the song wasn't that catchy, I just wasn't that engaged, but doesn't take away from his overall performance at all. Kevin Conroy also returns as Batman and Bruce Wayne, similar to Mark Hamill, who has also been playing the character for 30 years now. I think this is my favorite interpretation of Kevin Conroy's Batman because I love how he's obsessed with the idea that he's just one bad day away from being the Joker. And I love how that fascinates him but also terrifies him. We similarly saw that relationship with Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight, where he was obsessed with the fact that they were so similar. And looking at it in retrospect, I like that Batman's more bothered by their similarities. Like, I think he would be up all night worrying that he's going to become the Joker, where you have the Joker, who I think could care less how similar they are. He just wants chaos. But my only gripe with Kevin Conroy's performance is that there's an extreme lack of Batman and Bruce Wayne in this film, and I think that has a lot to do with their heavy focus on Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. I think that's probably the film's biggest fault because when the opening credits were rolling, I was anticipating the first couple panels of the book. Instead, I got voiceover by Barbara Gordon, and I was kind of rolling my eyes like, oh, that's not what I want. And it seems that the whole first act is a ploy to make you feel for Barbara Gordon given what happens to her in this comic, but at the same time, I don't think it was executed all that well. Nevertheless, I think I liked that first act more than I initially thought I was going to. There's a lot of elements here or there that actually work very well, but as a whole, I think it takes away from the Killing Joke aspect that we're all anticipating. Now, this was the first ever R-rated Batman film, and what was I anticipating? A lot of blood, a lot of violence, a lot of language, and some nudity. And does the film really go for it? So again. Now, there's definitely some acts of violence in this film that I was like, yep, that earned the R rating. But in terms of language, I feel like the script was written in the intention to be PG-13. And once they got the R rating, they were like, we don't really want to change it. Because some of the vulgar language could have been upped a little bit more. It doesn't have to be, but I figured if you're going R rating, why not increase the language in that regard? And there's some elements that definitely could have had some nudity, and I don't think I saw one nipple or one penis, and not to say that like, oh, I'm dying to see those things. I just feel like if you have the R rating, why not just go all out? So I think I'm a hard 50-50 on this film. There's a lot of things I liked about it, there's a lot of things that I thought were really questionable. You have Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, these icons that once again reprise these roles, and negating the fact they had that questionable first act with Batgirl, you have probably a page-for-page, panel-for-panel interpretation of the Killing Joke, and I love that. So if you're a huge Batman fan, I'd definitely say check it out. It's a hard do see. But if you're not the biggest Batman fan, maybe skip it. It's definitely not up there with Under the Red Hood, which is my favorite animated Batman movie. And I guess it wouldn't be at the same level at Night of the Phantasm, which I haven't seen. Don't kill me in the comments, please. But maybe I'll do a review on Night of the Phantasm or a throwback review on Under the Red Hood if you guys want. Let me know down in the comments below. What you guys thought of the animated film? What do you prefer, the film or the comic book? And as always guys, if you like this video, be sure to share and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at John Ryan Andersen or on Instagram and Twitter at The Comic Look. And remember guys, as always, comics do deserve a second look.